How's it going, guys? It is me, your favorite YouTuber. So I've had some ideas for videos recently. Well, no, okay, I've been really bored recently. I wanted to make some more videos to pass the time. So I've decided, okay, I'm going to throw some metaphorical mud at the wall. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to see what sticks, if anything. Uh, and I'll just go with that. I'm going to be playing loads of games. Gonna maybe some skits, top fives, top tens, plenty to come. I thought I'd start this off because since I was bored, I bought some puzzles off of Amazon, similar to the twisty style puzzles, like your Rubik's cubes, your 3x3, 6x6, Megaminx. I've got quite a collection, so I thought I'd add to that collection by buying some puzzles off of Amazon. Now, I got two. I got the Pyraminx and I got the 3x3x2 pie, which I was expecting both of them to come on Monday, but for some reason the pie came on Sunday. So I'll be recording that part today. Tomorrow I'll be recording the Pyraminx part. I'll be talking about the puzzle, saying how I feel about it, seeing if I can solve it right at the bat, seeing how long it takes me to solve it, if I can. Go through like that. Talk about how the quality is, and just a heads up, both of these were pretty cheap. I think the pie was £10 and the Pyraminx was like £7 or £8. They're both on the cheaper end of the spectrum of puzzles. So I'm going to start off, as I said, with the 3x3x2 pie. So, anyway, here is the puzzle, the 3x3x2. You can see there's like a little brand sticker on there. That looks like it will come off very soon. I may as well just take that off myself because that looks like it'll just be annoying. It'll end up falling off somewhere. So this is what the puzzle looks like. We're going to make a checkerboard pattern on it real quick. See how it feels. There you go, standard checkerboard. So right off the bat, turning, it feels very, I don't know, it just feels like your stereotypical average turns, It doesn't feel like, it's nothing special, it's no speed cube or anything, you can kind of feel the pieces rubbing, but at the same time, it's not like, it doesn't feel like it's going to pop, it doesn't feel like, it's going to pop, nor does it feel like it's going to, lock up. It seems like it all operates pretty smoothly, for a £10 puzzle off of Amazon, that is. So one thing to add is that this isn't a shape-shifting puzzle, so for the white and yellow side, you can only make these 180 degree turns. You can't do anything, you can't do anything other than the 180 degree turns for the white and yellow sides, but you can control the middle parts as much as you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scramble this up, and I'm going to, see how it goes, really. So that's about as scrambled as I'm going to get it. It's not a puzzle that's very easy to scramble, to be honest. It's actually surprisingly challenging to get a good scramble. But this is what it looks like scrambled. I'm going to fiddle about with a bit, see if I can get any progress on it, and I'll come back to you to let you know how it goes. So I feel like I'm now in a pretty good place. I've got the white side solved, the yellow side solved, as well as the edges all match up to each other. So what I need to do now is rotate the corners somehow, and then I'll have this puzzle solved. So I'll get back to you once I figure out how to do that, hopefully. So I continued to mess around with it for a bit, and I got very close to solving it despite completely breaking what I'd had going earlier. Earlier I had all the edges correctly aligned with the corners incorrect. And I messed with it for a bit, and now I ended up with a situation where 4 of the colors are correct, and I generally just need to switch these two, and I don't know how I'm going to do that, so I'm going to mess around with it for a bit. But I can see how there could potentially be so many different ways of solving this puzzle, because obviously you've got the situation I've got right now where 4 of them are solved, 2 of them need to be switched somehow, but then there's also the possibility where you solve all the edges and have them correct, and then do something with the corners, or you can solve all the corners and do something with the edges. I've had each of those situations today, and ended up with a different one after messing around with it for a bit. So I am very close to solving this. I think I just need a little longer, and I'll have it figured out. And there we go. Okay, that is the pie puzzle finally solved. That was definitely quite a challenging one. I actually solved despite the fact that I got this one the day before the Pyraminx, I actually got my Pyraminx right here, I solved this before I solved the pie puzzle. This one was, although not the most challenging puzzle of it, it was definitely more challenging than the Pyraminx, and quite a fun challenge as well, I've got to say. Very interesting puzzle. I do quite like it. It'll be a nice addition to my collection, I think. I can definitely see myself solving this again in the near future. So the next day has arrived, the next day being Monday, and my Pyraminx has arrived. So I'm going to take a look at this just now, share my thoughts on it. First of all, Bogey Collector, if you're watching this video, I see you. I see you. I'm hoping you see this. Lego SpongeBob Bikini Bottom flooded. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Come see. Anyway, this is the Pyraminx. Well, this isn't the Pyraminx. This is the box the Pyraminx is inside. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to see what we've got in here. What is this? That tells me how to solve it. I think I'm not touching that. And here we go. Here is the Pyraminx. It's a little bit greasy, not that much though, very little. So I will see you in the next shot when I take a look at this, because I'm not doing this full thing like this, because man, it is roasting. I'm gonna end up sweating buckets. So I'm gonna film this from another angle where I don't need to wear a suit and tie because of my quirky character trait. So since this puzzle is like slightly larger than the pie, I'm filming it from a little further out so you can see everything a little better. So right out of the box, as I said, it was a little greasy, but already it seems like that's all gone now. It's not really much of a problem. So we're gonna give it a couple turns. So I've never actually used one of these before, so I don't know how you do all the. I don't know all the speed. Wow, yeah, I don't know all the speed cubing strategies for something like this, and I might have already messed it up now that I think about it. No, it's fine. Okay. So yeah, I don't know all the speed cube strategies for this. I don't know how you do it all fast and stuff, but yeah, it feels all right about it. And you can also twist the little corners there. So you know the moves you can make of this one and this one, and then all on different sides as well. And kind of so that's pretty interesting. That's what the puzzle looks like. So now I guess all I've really got left to do is scramble it, you know, and see if I can give it a solve. So let's start doing that. See how it feels. The movement feels, from my understanding, again, this is my first time using a Pyraminx, but the movement feels all right. To be honest, it feels pretty good. I imagine this is probably what a good Pyraminx would feel like. It definitely feels quite smooth with its movements, and you know all the rotation stuff. It's not difficult to move. The only reason I'm struggling with it is because you know it's a new puzzle to me. Whenever you get one of these puzzles where it's shaped differently from a puzzle you've seen before, it always takes a while to get used to. So that's just my part. I'm not very good at moving it. So that looks like it's been. Oh no, maybe not. Let's move this a little bit more. Okay. That looks like it's been relatively well scrambled. So now I'm going to spend some time, see if I can solve this, and, you know, see if I can. I've heard this one's pretty easy, so let's see if I can solve it. So off the bat, I'm just going to correct all the corners. I think that's probably the first step. So now I've got this. Right, so, oh no. Yeah. So I need to try get some centers perhaps like this. Now I've got one of the centers done. Now I just need to rotate edge pieces around until they're in the right spot. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do that. So I've managed to solve one side of the puzzle, that being the red side. I've not got all the edges aligned correctly though. The yellow and green edges are obviously misplaced as well as all the other edges around. But I am making progress here, so I need to see if I can find a way to switch these edges around. That's really going to be my next step. So I'll mess with this for a bit longer and get back to you if I do anything. So I've now correctly aligned all the edges on the red side, and so all I've got left to do is switch around all these edges here somehow. That's my last step, and once I'm done with that, I should have the puzzle solved. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that is my first solve of the Pyraminx. That wasn't too bad. I did honestly, I did kind of, I did have kind of like some idea of what I was doing, but a lot of it was just moving it randomly. So I can see how this is definitely one of the easier puzzles you could get. But it's still a pretty fun solve, you know, and despite how cheap it was, it does feel pretty nice as well. As I said at the start, turning's not that bad. It's really just that
I'm not that good at turning it. I'd need to, take some time to learn how to turn it. I definitely think, despite the fact that the pie puzzle is more expensive, I definitely think this one has a better feel to it. I mean, it does feel like it could pop if I went too fast, but at the same time, I don't know, there's just something I do quite like about it. So, there's the Pyraminx.
And that, as they say, is that. That is what I have to say about this Pyraminx and this 3x3x2 pie. I hope you enjoyed this video. I quite enjoyed it. Now, final thoughts. The Pyraminx, I think, is a very fun puzzle. It's easy. I've solved it like 4 times already, whereas I've only solved this once. It's easy, but it's very satisfying to, just play with. It's a very quick and easy puzzle, but it's fun. It's something you can pick up, mess with for a bit, and be done with, just for the fun of it. The movements, I think, are very satisfying to do. This one is also, it's a good challenge. It's not as challenging as, like, one of the real proper puzzles, like a 3x3 or something. But it definitely still presents a challenge, something that, you have to take some thought into. If I had to choose one I preferred, it'd be this one, just because I like puzzles that I can just pick up, mess with for a bit and be done with. But it's still definitely a very good puzzle. And that's that. So, if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe and comment. View the video a good few times to get my monetization up. Share with your friends so I get more views. I'm kidding, you don't actually have to do that. Or the last one about reviewing several times. Don't do that. But yeah, so I might make more cubing videos in the future. If anyone likes this, and by that I mean if even so much as a single person enjoys this video, I'll probably make another one, because I quite like making videos like this. And again, it passes the time. I'm going to make videos about literally anything I can think of, just because I've got so much time on my hands. This being one of them. So I'll go through. So one idea I've had. If anyone has any interest in this video, again, one single person, I'll make a video at some point of me solving every single puzzle in my collection in one sitting, and so you understand how big of a suggestion that is. I'm going to take you through my collection right now. This collection includes the 2x2, the 3x3, the 4x4, the 5x5, the 6x6, the Cube, the Megaminx, this ball one, obviously the Pyraminx and the 3x3x2 pie, the twisty 3x3, this one, I don't know, I think it's like a windmill cube or something, I don't actually know the name of it. It's just, it appeared in my collection one day, because it came from a bundle. I just thought I'd buy it just for the sake of adding to my collection, so there's that. The gear ball and the Pyramorphix. So if you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe and comment. Share your thoughts and opinions down below. Share with your friends. And I will see you guys in